Today is our third and final day in Gwangju, and it starts off feeling a little bit more colder than usual, but we can't let that bother us because we've got a lot to do today. For our first stop, we headed towards Gwangju Courier Station and went towards Exit 3. Today we plan to go to Juknokwon Bamboo Forest located in Damyang. To get here, you'll have to take the bus 311, but when we got to the bus stop, we couldn't find the number at all. But it turns out that because of the regulations regarding the different provinces, I guess, they just couldn't put the bus number there. It was so confusing and a little bit dumb, but oh well, so we boarded the bus and around an hour later, we finally made it to our stop, which was right in front of the bamboo forest. We got our ticket and began our walk around the forest. If you think this place sounds or even looks familiar, it's because an episode of 2 Day 1 Night was actually filmed here. There isn't really much to do here admittedly, but the sights here were extremely beautiful and it was really peaceful. Albeit there were some creepy pandas, but that's alright. Other things that you'll see here include these hammocks which felt so magical against the backdrop of the bamboo, the random playground for some reason, and once again just really awesome views. We also climbed up this pile of dirt to see another pile of dirt, which also has a hanok on the top, which I thought was pretty cool. When we went back down, we also passed by this communal area and bought this bamboo flavored ice cream. For better or for worse, the bamboo flavor wasn't very strong and the ice cream itself kind of tasted like butter. Nearby the forest, there is a kalguksu lane where all the stalls sells kalguksu or knife-cut noodles in one way or another. However, a lot of the stores here either didn't look open or there just wasn't a lot of people around, but we eventually found a restaurant that seemed to be quite good. Here we ordered their bibimbapguksu, which is served cold and made out of buckwheat noodles. Normally, I'm not the biggest fan of cold savory things, but despite the cold weather, this tasted surprisingly pretty good, and I actually preferred it a lot better compared to the soup version that we ordered. We also ordered the buckwheat mandu, which was also pretty tasty. The tokabi was good, but pales in comparison to the one that we ate yesterday. Once we had our lunch, we walked around and passed by this lake, which looked straight out of a Korean drama, but I can't seem to pinpoint which. Anyways, it was time to head back home. Or so I thought. On our way back, we passed by Shinsege, and my parents decided to go to the basement to see what interesting foods that they have, and there was. Sadly, we were too full to eat it all, although my dad did buy the cinnamon sugar croffle, which I gladly snacked on. It was our last day here in Gwangju, so we decided to walk around a little bit more. We passed by the Gwangju Sijang, which was pretty interesting, and while I didn't catch it on camera, there was this lane that we passed by where everyone was cooking pork bone soup, and yo, it smelled so good. They were also selling these infamous urns which was used to make kimchi back in the day, seafood, and my dad being my dad also bought us some fruits. Soon we made it to our desired destination, the Penguin Village, which is only indicated by this sign, so if you do plan on coming here, be sure to keep your eyes peeled. This place doesn't have actual penguins, but it did used to be a residential area for the old folks who waddle around like penguins, hence the name. In hopes to make it more lively for tourists, the place is filled with retro things, which gave the whole place a sort of happy but sad feeling at the same time. Maybe it's just the weather, I don't know. There was also this mural of J-Hope, which I thought was pretty cute too. For dinner, we decided to eat at the stall opposite the one that we ate the previous day, which also has been visited by many celebrities, but I am too uncultured to know who they are. They served us a wide variety of panchan, and we also accidentally ordered this yukhae, or fully raw beef. We were actually really scared to try it at first, but when we did, it was surprisingly pretty nice. I guess it was because of the seasonings that they used. It was very sesame-y, which paired really well with the meat, and the texture was just like normal beef. But the fear of food poisoning was still within us, so we mixed it with our toasted bibimbap. Here's a close-up, and here's the mandatory bite shot. We also got their tokabi, which tasted great along with this spring onion panchan, but the real kicker was the soup because it was so good. Happy and well fed, we ended off the day by watching Money Heist Korea in the hotel. Day 4 starts off with us eating breakfast in the hotel, where I had cereal with milk because that's holiday food for me. We said goodbye to our room and we finally boarded our KTX bound for Seoul. Overall, Gwangju was a really interesting place and a really great area to take a break from the city life. Although it can be hard for foreigners if you don't know how to speak basic Korean, since many of the people here rarely see tourists. Over the next few days, we'll be in Seoul, so things are about to get a little bit more exciting. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in Seoul.